Hello, and welcome to this in-depth analysis of the two fights between Japanese sensation Naoya Inoue and Filipino veteran Nonito Donaire. These two fighters clashed twice in two highly anticipated bantamweight bouts, with Inoue emerging victorious on both occasions. In this video, we'll be taking a closer look at the technical aspects of Inoue's wins and examine what made him so successful against Donaire. The first fight between Inoue and Donaire was a highly anticipated matchup between two of the best fighters in the world. Inoue entered the ring with a record of 19-0, with 16 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Meanwhile, Donaire was a seasoned veteran with a record of 40-5 and a reputation for being one of the most powerful punchers in the sport. Despite this, Inoue was able to secure a unanimous decision victory, thanks in part to his superior technical ability. In the beginning of the fight, the difference between the style of boxing was quite apparent. Nonito Donaire was a slugger looking for a big shot. Inoue, on the other end of the spectrum, looked to land selective shots that would both keep Inoue safe and do maximum damage. We see here that Donaire, after eating a couple of jabs, throws a lead hook to the body and then comes again with a lead hook, but this time up top. Inoue's speed and footwork are the saving grace as he lands a lead hook of his own and pivots out and away from Donaire's hook, making the amount of time it takes to land even greater, allowing Inoue to land a more significant blow. While he likes to have avenues to exit exchanges, Naoya Inoue is also incredibly comfortable in the pocket, something that we don't see in modern boxing all too often, especially at the level of Inoue. We see far too much clinching in the pocket, with the fear of getting caught with something from an angle that boxers don't see. Inoue looks to land big punches here, and he feints as he steps into the pocket with Donaire. Donaire bites, and Inoue throws a big rear uppercut that lands flush with the chin of Nonito Donaire. Inoue throws an ineffective left hook and pivots out of the pocket as Donaire stumbles forward from the previously landed uppercut. Despite being an incredible offensive fighter, Naoya Inoue has the defense that is out of this world as well. Donaire, who had been flustered with a mobile opponent, is looking to get back into the fight, which is starting to slip away from him quite early. He steps into the pocket with Inoue and throws a probing jab. Inoue reads this and parries down with his rear hand, which for Inoue is his right hand due to his orthodox stance. Donaire already has made the conscious decision that his own right would be thrown immediately after and even before the feint was thrown. As he throws the right hand, Inoue parries it away with the lead hand, which has the jump on the right hook from Donaire on account of being closer. Donaire was left throwing punches at almost nothing, and Inoue had the opportunity to show off his defensive boxing skills. One of the key aspects of Inoue's game was his accuracy. Throughout the fight, Inoue was able to land his punches with pinpoint precision, hitting Donaire with clean and hard shots that caused damage over the course of the fight. Inoue was also able to control the pace of the fight, forcing Donaire to fight on the back foot and dictating the action. This made it difficult for Donaire to establish his own rhythm and effectively launch his own offense. While Donaire was able to land some shots of his own, Inoue's superior defense made it difficult for Donaire to connect with clean, hard shots that he's accustomed to. We can see here that Inoue has a near-perfect read on Donaire's distance, his setups, and his speed. Donaire is still hunting with massive punching to get back into the fight, but Inoue has a read and is pivoting, slipping, and making Nonito Donaire miss on all the big punches. The missing of punches is an incredibly tiring thing and reaps no rewards as opposed to having your punches blocked. When you land on the guard of your opponent, at least the punch causes damage to something, anything. When you hit nothing but air, the only thing hurt will be your cardio and your pride, which we see from Donaire as the fight goes on. In round 6, Naoya Inoue has Donaire just following him around the ring and swinging long and looping punches that come nowhere near the mark. Inoue decides to stop and allow Donaire to get into a striking position with him, and the change of the status quo causes Donaire to have to switch stances back to his orthodox stance. This gives Inoue just enough time to get his right hand up in anticipation of the left coming his way from Donaire. Donaire would rush the punch, however, and Inoue would capitalize on the poor positioning of Donaire and land a left hook clean to his face. While Naoya Inoue fights near perfect, he's not always defensively sound and can get caught with a punch due to his confidence in his ability to slip punches and his insistence on offense. But Donaire is a crafty old veteran and has a few tricks up his sleeve, so I want to give credit to him where credit is due. Here we see Donaire land a right hook over the top. This punch buzzes Inoue and causes him to back up, not something we see very often. With a cloudy head, Inoue throws an ill-thought-out jab that Donaire times once again with another right hook. Inoue is hurt, and now the drama begins. Not to be deterred by Donaire's success in round 9, Naoya Inoue goes for some heavy shots of his own in round 10. Donaire, who is still feeling good after hurting Inoue in the previous round, is in attack mode. Inoue has shaken off the cobwebs and lands a massive right that snaps Donaire's head to the side and then dips under the left hook of Donaire. Inoue pivots out and returns to the pocket and lands a short right, snapping Donaire's head once again. Donaire, who has had a moment of success in just the last round, is now figuratively on the ropes. The first fight with Nonito Donaire showed a Naoya Inoue that was a very tough killer, but also raw and unrefined in some aspects. 3 years later and 4 fights, and Naoya Inoue would show just how much better he's become. The second fight between Naoya Inoue and Donaire was an even more one-sided than the first. With Inoue securing a dominant TKO victory in the second round, Inoue made several key adjustments to his approach in the fight, which allowed him to dominate from start to the relatively short finish. One of the biggest changes was Inoue's increased aggression. In the first fight, Inoue was content to control the pace of the fight and let Donaire come to him. In the second fight, however, Inoue took the fight to Donaire and forced him to fight on the back foot from the opening bell. Inoue was also much more accurate with his punches in the second fight, hitting Donaire with cleaner and harder shots that caused more damage. The second fight showed a much more patient Naoya Inoue, albeit more aggressive in his offense, that saw Donaire struggle to deal with. Inoue was patient and let Donaire come to him and utilized the jab to keep Donaire from an all-out blitz. When Inoue saw an opening that he liked and that would maximize damage, he would take it and land almost every time. It was this controlled aggression that really separated the Naoya Inoue from 2019 to this fight in 2022. At the end of the first round, we see that patented left hook from Naoya Inoue on full display. Nonito Donaire comes into the pocket to exchange, all while not knowing that Inoue was basically inviting him there. Once Donaire was in the pocket, Inoue would slightly pivot off the center line and use that momentum to land the left hook that would land and stun Donaire early. But Inoue would find another opening, this time for his right. Donaire would be circling to stay into the pocket with Inoue, but not knowing that Inoue was lining up the right, which he's circling right into. As soon as Donaire comes around, Inoue lands the huge right that drops Donaire at the end of the first. With such a powerful left hand, Inoue had also discovered in between the pair of fights that Being in the pocket could work to his advantage, and he learned to work that quite well. We see here that Inoue keeps his guard high and relies on his head movement now instead of solely his footwork. Donaire realizes that he's in the pocket and leads with an uppercut and a cross right hand that Inoue slips. Notice here how Inoue isn't brawling in the pocket like he did in the first fight. Instead of returning fire immediately, he keeps his guard up high to avoid any damage, nudges Donaire backwards, and then catches him with a short left hook that drops the Filipino sensation. It's these small adjustments in timing and patience that really put Naoya Inoue over the top in the second fight. More on the evolution of Inoue, we see elements of Cus D'Amato and Mike Tyson's peekaboo fighting. Inoue has Donaire against the ropes here, and Donaire is still kind of hurt. He slips a punch he thought was coming that never did, and dips down low, keeping his eyes up on his opponent. As he comes up, or plays peekaboo as the style is named after, he throws a tight and compact right uppercut that just misses the mark. It's this style of fighting that Mike Tyson was made famous with his brutal knockouts and his aggressive footwork. God help everyone if Naoya Inoue learns to fight like this. Inoue would go back to his high guard pocket fighting and eventually catch Donaire with another left hook. With so much damage taken so early, Donaire wouldn't be able to make it out of the round, and Inoue would take the second match in a much more decisive manner. Naoya Inoue's pair of victories over Nonito Donaire are a shining example of his exceptional technical prowess and mastery in the ring. He has cemented his status as a dominant athlete and one of the most formidable fighters in the sport. His record is a testament to his superior skills and his unwavering determination to remain at the top of his game. Inoue's presence in the ring commands respect and fear, making him truly a force to be reckoned with.